Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another video with me, Lindsay. I'm so glad to have you join me. For this particular practice, we're going to focus on grounding our mental energy and just coming back into balance in our bodies. You won't need anything for this practice unless you want to bring your hips up a bit by propping yourself up with a pillow. Other than that, it's going to be pretty slow. We're going to connect with our breath and just keep it low to the ground. So if you haven't already, grab your pillow, get into something comfortable, and just take a moment to arrive on your mat in a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Your ankles can be crossed, your shins can be crossed. You can sit in hero's pose on your calves if that's what feels best. So just finding that comfortable seat. You can bring your hands to the tops of your thighs or knees, just allowing them to fall wherever they do. And begin to soften your gaze, maybe close your eyes. And start to notice your breath. Just bringing that awareness to the inhales and the exhales, not pushing or pulling, just simply observing the natural rhythm. Observing the depth of your breath, the length of your exhales, are you breathing in through your nose or are you breathing out through your mouth? And again, we're not making any adjustments at the moment. We're simply becoming present with what is. And let's bring our attention down to the base of our spine. So just noticing where your sit bones connect with the earth here. Really allowing yourself to become grounded on your mat. Letting the lower half of your body fall heavy. And start to draw that awareness up through the center channel of your body, maybe slightly lifting the navel in and up, creating a little sense of energy. Feeling your spine start to lengthen and lift up out of your hips. Allowing your heart to be stacked over your pelvis and your head to be stacked over your heart, while keeping your hips soft and gentle. Maintain this awareness of energy as you lift the back of your head up towards the sky, creating space along the back of your neck, allowing the chin to remain level with the floor. And release any tension you may be holding in your jaw or your forehead. And then let's bring our attention back to our breath here. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of our chest. 2 more full cycles of breath here. And then exhale. Keep the spine lifted. We'll remove our fingertips from the top of our knees and then just bring them down to gently touch the mat on either side of your body. Start to hug your shoulder blades in together. Lift your heart up. Reach the crown of the head towards the sky. And we're going to begin to marry the movement with our breath here. As we inhale, spin both palms up and overhead. Reach the hands up on your in-breath, moving from the shoulders. And then exhale, spin the palms away from one another, pressing down as though you were moving through water. Hands come towards the floor. Inhale, spin your palms up and overhead, reach for the sky. Exhale, spin your palms down to the floor, moving through water here. Inhale, up and over, reaching. Exhale, spin the palms down. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, palms down. And then keeping the right fingertips planted on the earth, we'll inhale, reach the left palm up and overhead, extend the fingertips to the sky, keep the left sitting bone rooted into the earth here. Relax your left shoulder blade into its socket. Take another deep breath in, finding length. And then exhale, walk your right fingertips over, gently lean to your right, starting to open up the left side body. Breathing in deeply and mindfully. Exhale. Maybe gently gaze up at your left fingertips if it feels all right with your neck. And then we'll inhale, rise on the breath. Exhale, slowly lower the left palm down. Pause in the middle. Just notice differences from one side to the other. Maybe shimmy from side to side. Beautiful work. On the next inhale, reach the right fingertips up and overhead. Extending through the side body, plug the right shoulder blade back into its socket, but keep the energy extending out those right fingertips. Deep breath in. And then exhale, lean over to your left, a nice side body stretch. Breathing in deeply. And just creating a little bit of space. Maybe gazing up at your right palm, deep breath in, full breath out, and then inhale, slowly rise on the breath. Exhale, lower the right palm down, pause here for a moment. Excellent work. Let's bring our fingertips back behind our body, fingertips facing away from our back. We're gonna press into the floor. Lift the heart up, hug the shoulder blades together, gaze up towards the ceiling, deep breath in. Opening up the collarbones, stretching out those armpit chests. Deep breath in, full breath out. Excellent. Release the pressure into your palms. Gently lean back on your tailbone. Uncross, recross opposite foot this time. So just notice how that changes what you're feeling in your hips. And then we're going to inhale, both palms up and overhead, lifting up out of the hips, really creating space along either side body. And then we're going to twist over to our left. So on the exhale, bring your navel in towards your spine, twisting from the center of your body, keeping the length along your cervical spine. Right palm comes to the left knee, left hand comes behind, and finding a gentle twist here. Maintaining the awareness of your breath as we breathe in deeply and exhale completely. Great work. We'll inhale, come back through center, palms down on either side. And with the next inhale, reach the hands up over the sky. Exhale, twist over to your right. Left palm comes to the right knee. Right hand comes behind the body. Deep breath in. Create length along the spine. And then exhale, finding that gentle twist. Deep breath in, full breath out. Crown of the head continues to lift up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, come back through center. Just taking a moment to notice what's happening internally after we kind of even out on both sides. And from here, let's remove our pillow if we were sitting on one. And we'll gently make our way down to our back. You could bring the feet to the top of your mat, palms behind your thighs, and slow and with control, lowering down. And we bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. Maybe rock gently from one side to the other, massaging out the low back. And then exhale, both feet down. Allow the knees to fall in towards one another. Bring your palms to either side of the body. And we're going to continue to create a little bit of space in the shoulders here. So on an inhale, reach the right palm up towards the sky, pausing as the fingertips reach towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lowering the right hand back and up towards the top edge of your mat. So we're creating this movement from the shoulder, and then we'll inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, lower the palm back down. We're going to alternate between each side. So inhale, lift the left hand up. Exhale, lower the left hand up and over. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. And I want us to maintain an awareness in our shoulder region. So just notice if there's any areas of stickiness or crunchy, and really just try to move mindfully here. Coming up on the inhales, and then lowering down gently with the exhales. So this is a very great mobility work for this part of our body. Just creating a little bit of motion that we might not do all too often, and then allowing our breath to guide that motion, keeping us present in our body, present in the moment. So we inhale, reaching the fingers up. Exhale, lowering the hands down. And we'll do that twice more on either side. So following your own breath here, moving at your own pace. Just remembering that so much of yoga isn't about what it looks like, it is what it feels like. One of my yoga teachers always tells me that yoga is sensitivity training. So becoming sensitive of what's going on in your body, what's happening in your mind as a result of what's going on in your body, and just creating a little bit of stillness and compassion between some uncomfortable sensations or uncomfortable thoughts. So rounding it out here, wherever you're at, just moving gently and slowly. And then let's walk our feet in towards our bums here. Reposition the spine. We'll press into our feet. The hands are going to be pressing into the mat here, hands and forearms, and we're going to gently lift our hips up towards the sky, coming into our first bridge pose. So imagine that there were two strings at the front of your hip points, being lifted up. So we don't want to use the strength of our glutes. We want to kind of rise up from the core and press into our forearms. So breathing in deeply here, feeling the opening along the front body and the compression in the back body. Staying mindful of the breath. One more full inhalation. And then on your next exhale, slow and with control, lower down one vertebra at a time. Allow the knees to fall into one another. Let's bring our hands out on either side of us. You can come into a goalpost arms or a T, whatever feels the best in your shoulders here today. And then bring your knees a little bit apart from one another. Press into your feet. Lift your hips up slightly, shift them over to the left, and then zip up your knees together as you bring your shins parallel to the ground. Take a deep breath in, and then on your exhale, slowly lower your knees down to your right, coming into a really awesome passive twist here. Allow yourself to breathe into your belly. Notice what you're feeling in your low back. And if it's comfortable for your neck, maybe bring your gaze over to your left fingertips and just kind of wringing out your spine like an old dishcloth. Breathing in deeply, exhaling slowly. Beautiful. If you decided to gaze at your left fingertips, bring your neck back to center. On an inhale, with the strength of your core, lift your knees back up, lower your feet down, reposition your spine. Pause here in neutral just for a moment. Notice if you can feel differences from one side to the other. And from here, we'll press into our feet once again. Lift the hips ever so gently. Shift them over to our right this time. Zip up the legs, shins parallel to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, and then on an exhale, lower your knees down to your left. Trying to keep your shoulders pressing into the earth as evenly as you're able, depending on how open your chest is. Bringing that breath into your belly. And if it's comfortable, you can even bring the left hand to the outer edge of that right thigh. Maybe gaze over at your right hand. Deep breath in, full breath out. Bringing your head back to center, engaging your core. We'll inhale, lift the knees back up to midline, lower the feet down, reposition the spine, recentering it. Knees fall into one another. Bring your palms to your low belly and pause here for 3 full cycles of breath. Excellent work. Bring the knees away from one another this time. Let's hug our right knee in towards our chest. Give it a nice little squeeze. And then finding very soft circles. So moving the knee in towards your body. Starting to get some mobility in the hip here. Notice what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And then rotating the knee in the opposite direction. Hug the knee into your chest a little bit more. And then we're gonna reach the right heel up towards the sky, getting a nice stretch into the back of the hamstrings. So depending on how tight your hamstrings are, you can either clasp the back of your calf, the back of your thigh, and keep your knee as bent as you need to. We just want to ensure that we're reaching that right heel up towards the sky as much as we're able, and also keeping that right hip rooted into the earth. Allow your shoulders to remain relaxed. Let the tongue soften from the roof of your mouth. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Slowly start to reach that left heel forward, straightening out the left leg to rest on the floor. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Hug the right knee into your chest once again. And then extend it out to meet the left. And just pause here for a moment and notice if one leg feels longer than the other. Taking note of how your low back is feeling. Excellent. And from here, let's rebend both knees. We'll hug our left knee into our chest this time and gently find circles. Rotating the knee in one direction, lubricating that hip joint, bringing some awareness to these crunchy bits of our body that don't get a lot of attention. And then rotating the opposite direction. Beautiful. Hug the knee into your chest. Reach the left heel up towards the sky. Oof, noticing differences from one leg to the other. And adjusting as needed. Clasping wherever you are most comfortable, the back of that left leg. Lengthening the left heel up towards the sky. Rooting the left hip down. Take a deep breath in. Feel the stretch along the back of the leg. Awesome work. Slowly start to reach that right heel forward, straightening the right leg, resting it on the ground. Breathing into the back of that left leg. Relaxing the shoulders down, releasing any tension in your face. Maybe point and flex the toe if that is comfortable. And then on your next exhale, slowly release your clasp, lowering that left foot down with control to meet your right. As we come into our final resting pose, and just observing how profound some simple movements can be. Remembering how important slowing down and becoming present is for maintaining a sense of balance and centeredness within yourself. And just remembering that you don't always need to participate in an hour or 90-minute class to get the same effects as something a little bit shorter. So may this video serve as your reminder to show up for yourself with kindness, patience, and a little bit more compassion as you move through the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Taking another final deep breath in with me here. And then exhale, letting it go, whatever that is for you. We'll bring our palms to meet one another in front of our forehead, bringing it down to meet in front of our heart center. As I thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. May you be well, may you be peaceful, and may you be happy. I'll see you next time.